I think Jaden Yuki is gay or pansexual. And there are three main factors that make me think this: Alexis, Jessie Anderson, and Yubel. Lots of shonen anime don't have their main characters actually get involved in love. I'm not quite sure why it is in the culture, but it is a fairly common trope that you'll have a main character that has no idea about sexuality and has no interest for the ladies. Watching GX for the first time, I assumed the same was the case here. Alexis is clearly in love with Jaden and he has no interest in her at all.
He's got some nerve to talk to a teacher like that. Completely disrespectful. Don't you think, Alexis?
Actually, I thought it was kinda cool.
I'm just happy that Jaden gets to stay here.
Jaden and Cyrus, you mean?
Well, yes, Cyrus too, of course. I just said Jaden because moving on.
Boy, it's not easy being the bad guy.
Aw, sometimes the girls like the bad guys. I mean, so I've heard.
All right. Yeah. Well, Alexis, guess I'm your fiancé. He's going through with it?
Oh my!
So what's fiancé mean anyhow?
You could say that this is just him not hitting puberty yet, but then Series 3 rolls around, and the beautiful man that is Jessie Anderson walks into his life. They're shown to have a literal and metaphorically spiritual bond instantly.
That's strange. Have we met before? I don't know, but it sure feels like it.
While toned down in the dub, it's still fairly obvious, and in the sub it's explicitly stated that even the main villain thinks that they're in love. Konami went as far as to give them a fused ace monster, and Jaden's only ever happy this entire series when he's with Jessie. Jaden risks all of his friends' lives just to go and save Jessie when he's possessed. Lots have told me that it's purely platonic friendship, but I don't know. If you want to view it as just him getting a new best friend, I think we have to compare it to the way he treats Cyrus and Tyrone Hasselberry. Cyrus is treated as his brother for life, and although Jessie is his new obsession in Series 3, that strong bond with Cyrus isn't ever let go. Cyrus is the only survivor of Jaden's onslaught as the Supreme King, and therefore he's the perfect person to call him out on his moral failings. Tyranno and Jaden have a very strong bond as well, so much so that Tyranno was able to become a spirit and go to space as a dinosaur to fight a satellite with Neos. Don't ask, Series 2 was very weird. Comparing both of these best friends to the way Jaden treats Jessie, I think there's a clear distinction between the level of love he shows, despite the fact that he's known him the least amount of time. The writers knew about this as well, because it's a massive plot point when the characters are filled with seeds of doubt in Dark World. Compare that to Series 2 when Alexis is possessed, Jaden couldn't really care less. The only reason I think he might be pan instead of gay is his relationship with Yubel. Yubel is a non-binary half-demon, half-dragon spirit that's meant to protect Jaden for the whole of his life. And he agrees to spend the rest of his life with them by fusing each other together with the super polymerization card.
I fuse my spirit with Yubel!
The sacred will of the Supreme King and my spirit are now united as one.
It's really interesting. I don't think I'd ever seen a cartoon character go through an actual transition of gender. The operation is done for magical power rather than for feeling more comfortable in their own body, but it is an interesting depiction nonetheless.
Why'd you do this? Tell me, I don't understand.
Of course not, but just know that I did this in order to protect you. I will always protect you.
Okay, but this doesn't seem fair. You were my friend, but I'll make it up to you. I promise never to forget you, to always keep you by my side.
Japanese media doesn't exactly have the best track record for representation. So many people have pointed out that it could be all being played for comedy, but I don't think so. At no point is Jaden's incredibly close bond with Jessie played for comedy other than Cyrus being jealous of it.
He risked us all to find Jessie just so he could feel better about himself. With friends like him, who needs friends?
His bond with Yubel is shown to have great sacrifice on both their parts, and it's more tragic than comedic. Back on the Alexis train, some people told me that they felt that Alexis and Jaden got a lot closer in Series 4. And I may be overinterpreting it, but when I watched it, I really saw it as Alexis giving up on her love for Jaden. He had been very rude to her most of the series because of his new personality with Yubel. You could see this as an aggressive, flirty relationship, but Jaden isn't really being negative to her, he's giving her no consideration whatsoever. It does turn out that it's because he had so much faith in her he didn't need to think about her, but it does make Alexis go on a bit of self-discovery. Viewing their final, more intimate scene together, it could be seen that Alexis was about to confess her love, but then she really thinks about it.
じゃあな。あ、そうだ。俺からもお前に言うことがあったんだ。ガッチャ。久しぶりに楽しいデュエルありがとう。アスカ。
Meanwhile, we get to see Jaden think about Jessie more after the series with the Bonds Beyond Time movie. Jaden is furious that the Rainbow Dragon has been perverted into the malefic Rainbow Dragon.
私はエクストラデッキのサイバーエンドドラ本来ならサイバーエンドの召喚には融合カードが必要なはず私はデッキの究極宝玉神レインボードラゴンを墓地に送り貴様よくもヨハンのカードを
Obviously this is a small moment, and there are 3 main characters to balance this film, so it's not some big declaration of Jaden's love for Jessie. But the fact they bothered to include it was telling for me. So that's just some of the thoughts that I have about Jaden being part of the LGBTQ+. This video is an extended version of one I did on TikTok the other day, so if you are interested in more things that I have to say about Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon or Digimon, feel free to go over and check out my TikTok account. Most things will come here eventually, but I can't promise everything. And let me know what you think of my interpretation in the comments below.